Hello, everyone, and welcome to New Pantheon, a demigod's actual play here on Saving Throw Show. My name's Stephen Post. Stephen Post? Who's Stephen Post? My name is Stephen Pope, and I will be your herald today, and also be terribly confused, so get ready for that. We are joined today with the always lovely Eric Reichert.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eric, and I am playing Flynn. One of these days, I'll say that correctly. I'm playing Flynn, who is the son of Robin Hood and the trickster of the group.
Yes. The incomparable Aki.
Hi, everybody. I'm Aki, and I play Will Ajayi, the scion of Aja, who is from the Orisha Pantheon, and I play the Verdant.
Yes. And last but certainly not least, you know them, you love them, and they apparently caused 5 critical successes in one game. Who knew? Sam Delev. Follow them on Twitter.
Well, gosh, it's much harder to intro myself when I'm blushing. Nonetheless, I must try. I'm Sam. I'm playing your muse, your child of Aphrodite, Bells.
And you'll notice we are short one person today. Sadly, someone had to go make that money. So, they're fine. They'll be back next week, a little richer for the experience.
They're buying us all ice cream.
They better. Well, they don't have to, but I would appreciate it. Oh, God, now I want fish food.
Half-baked.
Oh, that's a good
I like my ice cream like I like my ideas.
I like the core. I like the ones that have the core.
Okay, if they made a core with marshmallow in it, I would weigh 600 pounds and be very happy.
I gotta say,
call it corgi.
It's not my favorite, but it's the one that I'm thinking of right now. It's called Cookie Monster.
Ooh.
They take vanilla, dye it blue, and then they add Oreos to it.
Mm-hmm. That's the good stuff. That's good stuff. So we're just going to cancel. Okay.
Sorry,
everyone, we're going to go get ice cream and stay about 8 feet apart from each other. And we're just canceling the show. Bye, everyone.
One can dream.
One can dream. Sadly, no, the kobolds have to be fed. And thankfully, Saving Throw does have some support in feeding our kobolds. One of our supporters is Hero Forge, where you can get a custom-made 3D miniature, now printed in color. I wish I had mine in my office. I do not. I've never felt more adult in my life. I said the word office.
This is Grayson Hale. He is a paladin of Torm and also a doppelganger.
A doppelganger, you say? Doppelganger? I hardly know her. I'm old. I'm so old.
I so deeply appreciate you.
You really shouldn't. Okay, that's the first mistake.
I defy you. I rebel.
No, you are Bells. Oh, and they dabbed on me. I've been dabbed on, everyone.
From hell's heart, I dab at thee.
Yes.
Now, please
I mean, they're wearing their apostate pendant. They're at peak dabbing power right now.
I see you, Green. Now tell us more about our sponsors.
Yes, our other sponsors are StartPlaying.Games, the new service where you can hire a GM. That's right, we're bringing the gig economy to gaming. And this time, I actually don't have any moral quandaries with it, and that makes me happy. StartPlaying.Games allows players to find GMs for all systems, and hey, you might actually see some Saving Throw people on there someday, so check it out. They keep our kobolds fed and our lights on. We actually have a toast right off the bat. I was going to go into how we need your support to help feed our kobolds and keep the lights on and keep these shows going, because we are mostly independent and kobolds eat a lot. And now they're going to art school, and I support them. I just feel like you don't need to go to college. You don't need a formal education for
and
this
anytime
stuff.
you try and talk to them about it, they just scream at you. Take candle, and then you.
Yes. The candles are very big. They're really into candles right now.
They've carved a couple of them into very intricate and beautiful sculptures. I got one in the mail. You guys didn't get yours?
Mine was shaped like my head, and it was in a basket, and I didn't want to ask questions. I'm a little worried for myself.
That's so funny. Mine was also of your head in a basket.
Oh!
I just got a really pretty wax bouquet of flowers. I don't know what you guys have been up to, but I got flowers, so...
It
Me,
must
I'm
be
not up to
nice.
anything, you know that.
I'm concerned for my well-being.
I mean, I haven't
here.
gotten anything from the kobolds in a long time, not since the Billy McClure incident of Fangor Mine.
Okay, you know what? You walked into that one. Okay, it's not my fault. Not their fault either.
Did we have any rewards or unlocks we should know?
Yes, we do need... We're very distracted today with kobolds, apparently. Your help does keep the show going, and it is super appreciated. And you can get some really fun unlocks for the game itself that can really kind of mess with the game. Like last week, we had an unlock involving someone having a family member drop in. That played out fun. But you can also get some toast. And every time you subscribe, you can unlock a reroll. Now, you should be a responsible, healthy, happy human and give me the rerolls because I'm a good person. Yes, it's true. I will tell you how good of a person I am. All right. Like, I will be so amazing about it. Or you can make horrible life choices and, like, you know, not wear a mask and not brush your teeth and give rerolls to the table like a fool. But you don't have to worry about that because right now we have a toast to address from Be Right UK. It's time to support a great show, role-playing and storytelling on a great channel, staying with you tonight. Be Right UK, amen to that. I went to Burger King for lunch and I've reused the cup until I can't.
Yeah, that's fast food cup. You've just described a fast food cup. I don't know why you had to add extra words to it.
Yes.
Just a fast food cup with extra steps.
That's what Aki has. We also have some subscriber unlocks, and all these people made bad life choices today. All of them, without exception. DJ Phoenix, this was a silly choice you made today, okay? Like, you got up and you put your shoes on the wrong feet and your socks are inside out, and they gave a reroll to the table. Adventures of Tony, more like adventures in bad decision making. I went there.
I could have rhymed something, but I respect Tony too much to do that.
Well, they gave a reroll to the table. Made by Force 24, more like made 24 bad decisions because they give a reroll to the table. So you guys have 3 rerolls before we even start. And Heart of Handprints. How dare you? How dare you give the table 2 rerolls? They have 5 rerolls and we haven't even started yet. You're giving these people all the rerolls. They don't need them. They don't need the rerolls. I need rerolls. I'm a beautiful, saintly...
You don't roll
person.
In this game.
Yes, that's true. That's why I need them, to make you reroll, as opposed to you guys who are like, oh, I'm going to fail at something, then try to make myself succeed. That's exactly what you sound like.
I don't sound anything like that. Ooh.
Clearly, without Aubrey here, we're a bit of a mess. Oh, and DJ Who gives one to the table as well. DJ Who makes bad... I don't know if you make music or not, actually. But I'm sure it's bad, because you gave it to the table. So you guys have 6 rerolls, and we haven't even gotten into it yet. So let's go over what we learned last week. 1, emotions are hard. Emotions are hard. But here's what we learned about the murder of the Plague of the Valley last week. 1, they had a sister called the Flame in the Hills, who is apparently a distant cousin to the Orisha Yoruba, which is why Ogungun, the Orisha Yoruba god of death, showed up to take her to apparently a funeral. This also means that Grandpa Nathan, who also has the blood of Aja in him, was kind of in love with someone in the family, which was a little uncomfortable for Will, because Will had a lot of uncomfortable moments last week. 3, we also found out that Flynn's mother, who is a mortal, has memories of the other timelines. Also, we found out that Flynn will run away from his sister if given the chance.
I had a whole, if we didn't have time to get to it, but I had a whole thing prepared for when we caught up with her again, and I still have that prepared.
Great, because Flynn, we're going to start off with you in your hotel room. What does
I
it look like?
apologize for interrupting because we have
yes, the start of game
Started.
moves. Yes, I always bleh.
How dare you try to keep this game on track?
Yes, thank you, Aki, for I am a silly, silly boy. So, Aki, since you called my ass out, you can start. Who do you have the most tangle with?
It is currently a tie with Flynn and Bells, and since Flynn has picked the last 2 games, Bells gets to make the choice this week.
Sway with me.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Bells, who do you have the most tangle with?
I have the most with Megan, who is not present. So, storyteller, throw one at me.
Okay. All right. I want to see you fail to sway someone.
I thought we're trying to do something that I can actually fail at.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I mean, I'm happy to try. I will be rolling sway all night.
Yeah.
Mm,
Weren't you the one who was complaining like not a week ago that like half my table, they don't even have to roll to do their thing?
you don't have to roll to do your thing. And it's very interesting, and I don't hate it. But you are right. So instead, I want you to fail to perform under pressure.
I love that. Thank you. That's my favorite gift.
Yes. All right. Flynn.
My biggest would be Megan, but the next would be Will.
Okay.
I would like to see you fail to. I think perform under pressure works for you too. I'd like to see you fail to perform under pressure.
Got it.
Okay. Thank you for calling my ass out, Aki. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. It's needed sometimes. So, Flynn, last week where we left off, you had a very candid conversation with your mother. And after that, you had to retire for a bit. You had to, I don't know, hack the planet for an hour or two. Tell us what your hotel room looks like, because the
Okay.
Hotel California likes to offer a customized experience.
Okay. So I'm going to say this, and you can either Google it or already know what it looks like. Flynn's hotel room looks like, down to the last detail, an exact copy of Graham from Animal Crossing's house.
Done. I'm going home.
Yeah.
We're done. I hate
If you know Graham from Animal Crossing, you know how perfect that is.
That is too perfect.
It is a room filled with, it's just a server farm of a ton of different server clusters. Only this one goes out forever because, you know, magic, and cardboard furniture.
Yep.
And of course, Bubblegum KK is playing on a constant loop, because why wouldn't it?
Obviously. There is a knock at your door.
All right, I'm gonna get up and go answer the door.
You're greeted with a 4-pack of Monster. Holding that 4-pack of Monster is Mary. I come bearing peace offerings.
Okay, just before you come in here, I'm just gonna, you wouldn't hit a man with glasses, so please just...
Did you have that prepared so I wouldn't...
always have this prepared. You'd be surprised how often it works.
How often has it worked, Flynn?
3 times.
Out of...
I plead the fifth.
Look, I don't get to be a smarmy asshole to you because I did something stupid. So here's my peace gift. I got
Thank
you the, lemonade, iced tea. You know that stuff's just corn syrup and like cocaine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, listen, I wasn't totally honest with you when I called earlier, and can I come in? I do
Please.
not want to have this conversation the whole
Yeah.
way.
Grab a seat.
Is all your furniture cardboard?
Yes. And the chairs, the end table, and the bed.
Yeah, my kid's not staying with you.
What?
Yeah, so I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Tracy and I have been trying for a while, and apparently the IVF, worked. So I was going to tell you, and then your mom showed up, and I haven't had a chance to talk to Tracy about it yet. And Tracy also apparently set up your mom to come, so I'm kind of mad at her, but at the same time, you're gonna be an uncle, Mazel Tov.
Oh, hey, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to factor into some of the calculations. Great.
Calculations. What?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Put the glasses on so I don't punch you.
I don't feel like it'll work this time, and it'll throw
It
off
will
the entire.
not.
Yeah, exactly. It'll throw off the metric.
Yeah. So what calculations?
Just in general. So, I mean, I feel like you already know this, but I'm just going to reiterate it in case in one of the various timelines you weren't aware. I'm probably not going to be people very long. I just want that out there. I'm probably... Yeah.
I was, before we got serious, obviously I'm serious. I married her, duh. But I was pretty sure for a while there I wasn't going to be people for a while. And then, we rewrote several timelines, and I married Tracy, and I'm not going to ascend.
Yeah. And that's great.
Or maybe I'll do it when I'm like 90, and I'll just be I'll be the goddess of old biddies on motorcycles or something like that. Old lesbians on motorcycles. I could be that goddess or something.
I mean, yeah, but it's not really something you pick. I know people say you have to choose it, but it's not. That's not how it works. They're lying if they say anyone chooses this. Or at least you choose. If you chose it, you would have already chosen it. And you can't stop it once you make the choice, even if you don't realize you're making the choice. What I'm saying is, I don't see it for you. And that's a good thing.
I mean, you chose when you got more into it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you look at every step of the way, it's me making a choice that I don't realize the consequences of, but secretly I do. Then that's just how it goes.
Yeah, well, I've also made a choice, and I decided, at the last second, nope.
But you've made choices beforehand. Marrying Tracy was a choice. Everything you've done in your life was a choice pushing you towards not it.
I mean, I guess Tracy never rewrote time, so Dad would show up to my birthday or something.
Mm-hmm. But
you talked to her about that?
No. It's just it's just another weird thing that goes on with me. Mom knows. My mom knows, and she's not supposed to, but she does.
Yeah, I mean, Tracy wrote out her powers, so technically that never happened. And technically,
which gets into the ramifications is how can you take away your own powers? Thus you would never have the powers to take them away from yourself. Thus, like, can you even take away your own powers? Can Tracy write a narrative so tight that even she can't narrate?
Well, she can't do any narration anymore. That's why she's published.
Can she? If she has the power to not give herself, like, does it? Like, I'm saying there's a paradox.
You want to talk about paradox? Okay. She wrote out Decay's power, so Duncan is now just a dude who writes horror novels now and isn't the worst person on Earth. Like, I think, like, I gotta be honest, had she not done that and had I chosen to ascend, our kid probably would destroy the universe. I get that vibe, but like, I'm not just doing it, and she doesn't have it, so... Okay, this is not how I imagined this conversation going. I expected more hugs and, oh my god, have you picked out a name? But we are weirdos, so
yeah, we're not that.
Not have expected.
We're not that family.
No, we are not. We are definitely not.
No, our dad is Robin Hood, and you were trapped in Twilight fan fiction for 30 years. So you know,
I was trapped in where abandoned Twilight fanfiction goes. Get it straight.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, part of the reason I was in such a rush to get here and part of the reason I brought your mom was I had to tell someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted you to be one of the first people to know because you are, without question, one of the most important people in my life.
Same. And that's why I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I think if you're raising a child, the less you involve me in it, especially in the future, the better for all parties involved.
Obviously, I have to be wary about to quote your friends, sexy fox, that's not gross, showing up and, you know, here, kid, it's your 5th birthday, have a dangerous weapon. I'm obviously worried about that, but I don't know.
Well, look at it this way.
I don't know. What are you turning into?
I mean, I know, but
so you know, tell me. Don't at me. I'll punch you. And I work out, unlike you.
Listen.
Seriously, how do you live like this?
This is magic. Okay.
This is not magic. This is a rejected scene from The Matrix 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I feel like I'm kind of leaning towards the god of internet vigilantism, if that makes sense. But like the darker side of it, you know. Patron saint of white hat hackers.
She gets notably quiet for a moment for standing up. She actually stands on one of your cardboard furniture, and she does. You can tell Mary has done a lot of gymnastics because she somehow knows the exact place to put her feet so the box doesn't just cave in on itself. Flynn, the only man to take down evil empires by never leaving his apartment.
Hmm? Yep.
I mean, it works. She steps down. I mean, look, our Pantheon, I am never going to be okay saying that. I want you to know this. It works a little different from, like, I don't know, Will's or Megan's. I mean, ours is kind of ever evolving, and theirs doesn't have to worry about that.
Theirs is a tapestry, ours is a patchwork quilt made by 17 different grandmas.
17 different grandmas, and then a huge chunk of AO3, and most recently, Mondo. By the way, if Dad shows up with a Sasquatch, you owe me $5. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not giving context.
Do you need money? Because like money literally is is a construct built by society and easy to manipulate.
Yes, I also took Anthropology 101. Are you going to give me the lecture about how gender is a construct too? Because I haven't heard that one before. I'm really excited to hear that one.
I mean, most things are constructs. We
Yes.
as humans like patterns, so we want everything to fit in a neat little box, but nothing actually fits in a neat little box. But we still try and do it anyways.
Yeah, I know. But ours is... Listen, there's no way you're not going to be involved with this kid. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to get out of being an uncle.
No, it's not even like a responsibility thing. It's like, okay, Will, I assume, didn't have to think about their dad as a weird fox man.
No, their dad's just like a weird man, but like a weird man.
Yeah, no. Tracy sent me pictures. He's big.
Mm-hmm.
Big guy. But no, I mean, like, you're going to be rewritten a couple times. You know that, right?
I mean, it's already happened several times. I know I have no control.
God, you fucking love that one.
Listen, there's a freedom in understanding how little you control.
I mean, your mom said it like 6 times. The only thing you control is yourself. Smart lady, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what she saw in Dad, but hey.
Anthropomorphic fox? I don't know.
Do not... Did you just imply your mom fucked a fox?
I listen.
My God, I'm calling her. I'm calling
80s.
her right now. Yeah, no, I'm calling her right now.
Or
right?
The 90s, technically, I guess. I don't know how old Flynn is. I guess technically the
Flynn
90s.
was like 27, 28.
Yeah.
So it would have been the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do not imply our parents fucked a fox. Okay, please don't. I cannot.
Listen, I will say I didn't know him as a fox for a very long time. He was just a person the first couple of times I met him.
Yeah, no. My mom always described him as that one actor from the 20s who turned out to be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But was like kind of hot, I guess, if you like guys. I don't know. So, yeah. Look, my kid's going to eventually have a computer.
Mm-hmm.
My kid's going to have a smartphone. And I have the sinking feeling that somehow I'm going to go to the bank one day and what the hell? There's like 9 digits in this thing that didn't exist before, and suddenly my kid has a trust fund. I expect shit like that to randomly happen. Because you do that. Because
yeah,
you're
that'll probably happen.
Generous.
That's in the future. Don't. If you get a letter tomorrow, don't open it.
She punches you in the shoulder. You asshole. Ugh.
What?
Don't what?
College is stupid anyways and might not even exist by then.
Yeah, well, they're going to it, whether it exists or not. Okay, I'll find a way.
Well, they got a free ride.
Yeah, well. Listen, I just wanted to ask, apart from, the obvious, you want to be this kid's godfather?
Sure. I'd show him a thing or two. Everyone needs that uncle that won't shut up.
You will definitely be the uncle who won't shut up. You are also not allowed to buy them any firearms for a while, okay? Like,
listen,
I'm going to hide everything I own. Everything I
would
own
never
is going
give,
in a bunker in a bunker.
I would never give a child a firearm unless it passed a rigorous safety course.
That actually gets a genuine laugh out of her. I can't even tell if you're joking. I cannot tell if you're joking.
No,
and that's the worst part about
responsible gun ownership.
You are not buying my baby a gun.
I will not, because that is illegal. what I would do is allow the child to take courses to learn about gun safety and respect them as the violent tools of murder that they are.
Her family is so fucked. Yeah. So let me go over my mental checklist again. Sorry about bringing your mom to a freaky god murder hotel thing. I'm pregnant. I want you to be the godfather because I can't think of anyone else I would trust. Wanda, maybe on that one for a bit, be an asshole. Yeah, good. Said what I needed to say. Oh, and are you okay? Because you don't really do well after seeing family.
Yeah. No, it was nice to see Mom, because I know if I had not been forced to, then I would do my darndest to never see her again.
Yeah. Not subtle about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
But it was nice to see her, and be reminded of that, and then give myself motivation to kill whatever I have to kill in this hotel.
Cool. Well, I can at least help with that. I'm good at murder. So is your not girlfriend.
I don't mean to be this person, but you are.
Oh, you're going to be this person, aren't
You're
you?
pregnant with my godchild, and we have some pretty solid murderers already, so I think you should probably leave this to the experts.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a perform under pressure roll to not end up in an armbar.
Okay. Let's see. So I get to roll with weird instead. Can I light something on fire to make a distraction to escape my?
You cannot light your own room on fire to get away from an armbar.
Then I'll just keep my 10 I rolled plus 4 weird, which is 14, which makes it godlike. Yep.
Okay. So on godlike, you do your thing and then some. The situation under your control. Oh, get back here. I am going to kick your ass. And I know eventually you're going to be played by some like British asshole on TV and it's going to be hilarious.
No, sorry. You got to go. Please leave before I have security escort you out.
You don't have security, motherfucker. She gives you a good chase around the hotel room. And it's a nice moment of levity while someone else is not having as good a time. Will. Because Will cannot seem to have a good time. Will, you are standing in the Plague of the Valleys hotel room. On the ground, you see the cross of flowers that she turned into in order to end whatever was happening to her. And around you, it is still midday in this beautiful, you assume, California valley. However, you are not alone. In fact, you are among many, as you are surrounded by members of not only your Pantheon, but the Pantheons that you are aware that you share kinship with. The Loa are present. Orisha of other countries and beliefs are also present. And it is a very strange funeral because there are only 2 people here who actually seem to be in mourning. One of them is your grandfather. Nathan sits in a chair next to the cross, almost like he's observing the body during the wake. The other person is the flame of the hill. The fire on the hill. I apologize. The fire on the hill, who, wearing her beautiful black dress, currently has flames just in her eyes. and gritted teeth, and an aura that says, I want to punch everything. Ogungun has joined with Baron Sandy, who has brought his wife and son. And it's strange because his wife is the only person who doesn't seem to, well, she's white. She's the only white person here. And Sumedi looks like he's bored to tears, and their son looks like he's ready to go. And everyone else here, even Mama Wada and Aja herself, seem like they're here more out of obligation than actually wanting to mourn someone. What do you do?
If Aja is here, I am headed over to her. She doesn't just show up that often, so yeah, Will kind of make sure that their papa is okay, like make sure he has like a glass of water or something with him, and then kind of nods to the fire on the hill, and then kind of makes their way over to Aja and Mama Wada.
Aja looks down at you and gives that warm smile you expect of her. How you doing, baby?
Honestly, I'm really surprised to see so many people here.
Well, when we find one of our own, we make sure we show up for them.
I don't mean any offense, but it doesn't seem like anyone really wants to be here.
Walk with me, baby. Just come over here for a minute. Mama, I'll talk to you in a bit, okay? Okay, you go over there. All right. You have a good time. Go talk. Don't talk to him. Don't talk to Legba, okay? They always fight. As Aja guides you away further into the valley, honey, you have to understand, there are those in the family and those adopted by the family and those forced into the family. She was family, but she wasn't like you or your father or really anyone.
Okay, then what was she like?
The plague was... Now, I only met her once. I met her once when your grandfather, fell in love with her. Open secret, honey. Everyone knows. He's the only one here who seems like he's actually hurting, and it's probably true. The plague was someone who was hurting. She was someone who got a raw deal. Because she wasn't supposed to be a harbinger of illness or a being of death. She would argue all the time that this wasn't her domain, this wasn't what she believed, it wasn't what she was, but all the evidence pointed otherwise. When your father found her and we realized she was, maybe non-Orisha, maybe not one of the native spirits, but she was definitely kin, we took her in. And she was someone who was always hurting. I mean, she made her home literally the place that abandoned her. You don't do that if you're okay. She sits down. Her she moving the braids out of her face. Are you okay? I know you had a rough year.
I mean, no, I'm not okay. I don't know if I'm going to be okay. And I haven't been okay for a lot longer than just this last year. Are people like me? Are we meant to find love and keep it?
Baby, of course.
It's just, I haven't done a great job so far. The person I thought I was going to marry and have a family with died. And then I found Bells and realized that I can't help but think that there's so many things I'd really like to do before I don't have the chance to do them anymore. And I don't know if that's in the cards for me.
Baby, what?
I want to have a typical life. I want to get married and have a family and have grandkids and grow old and die. I just want a typical life. As typical a life as someone like me gets.
Baby, I can't take away what I've given you. But you don't have to do anything. You don't have to join us. You're still family. You're still one of us. And you do not have to walk any path. You don't have to feel like every decision, every relationship is the end all be all, that this relationship has to be the one and this relationship has to be permanent and the stasis is permanent. Honey, look at me. We are nature. The only thing that stays is that nothing stays and nothing is set. Everything can be changed. Everything will change. And if you don't want to, join me in the Orisha, like, that's okay. I never wanted to put more pressure on you than you could handle, and I never wanted to ask you to do stuff that would make you feel like you didn't have a choice in your life.
I think the problem isn't knowing that I have a choice. I know that I do. I just know there's no guarantees that if I decide not to continue on this path, that I'll have any better luck achieving the things I do want.
What does
Nothing.
luck have to do with it?
Well, if you're Flynn, quite a lot.
Honey, honey, honey. His father's a sexy fox, and he's white. He gets to get away with saying things like that. There, I got a little smile out of you. Granny fixes everything.
I guess there's still a lot of things I don't understand and that I haven't quite figured out. And I guess I feel a little overwhelmed by the uncertainty of everything right now. Seeing Grandpa so upset, feeling like it's funny he loved her and they didn't end up together, and he found someone else and had a family.
And I'm going to ask you something that I think you already know the answer to. Do you think he loved his wife?
Did Papa loved Grandma?
I'm asking.
And I think he did.
Do you think he was happy?
He never made it seem like he wasn't.
And that's all true. And he also still loved the plague of the valley. And it also hurt when he lost her. You can have mixed feelings. Not everything, baby, not everything is a, contradiction to something else.
Have you met me? The only emotions I have are mixed.
And that's a blessing, baby. That's a blessing. Because if you were just simple and had everything figured out, you wouldn't be human. You wouldn't be a god. You would be a cardboard cutout of something boring. You're allowed to still love someone, and you can move on. And you can have them in your life. I do not always agree with your friend. Honestly, honey, the entitlement there is a little bit much, but he has the right idea that he can't control everything. And I'm literally as old as dirt, and I still have trouble remembering that. I'm literally dirt, honey. Now, right now, I'm gonna go check on your grandpa. I'm pretty sure someone brought barbecue and is hiding it. So if you want to go grab something, I'm sure they have some corn or something for you.
I think I'll just stay out here for a little while.
Okay, baby. She kisses you on the head, and you feel your dreads. Your dreads kind of took on a more plant vibe when you became a little closer to godhood, and you feel them sort of not burst. That's not the right word, but you now have some flowers in your hair.
Thanks, Mama.
And she leaves you alone in your silence. That was real touching. Real touching. I loved it. Behind you, smoking a cigarette, is the flame of the hills.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry, I am in full bitch mode right now. I am sorry for listening in. I needed a smoke, and you guys were here too.
it's fine. It's not exactly the best kept secret, I think, by this point in our family, that I'm a bit troubled.
You want a trophy? We're all troubled, kid. Some of us more than others. Your troubles are at the very least still, flesh. Sorry. I'm in a lot of pain right now.
I'm really sorry about your sister. We are trying to figure out who did it and why.
I mean, have you checked her house? Our old house, I suppose.
No, I didn't know she had a house. That wasn't something that I was made aware of.
She taps out her cigarette, and it starts a small brush fire that she sucks up into her hand very quickly. I'm irresponsible, not cruel. No, every room here is someone's ideal place. Now, mine is a fiery hellscape because I like things like that. Hers was our old house.
Not this?
This is a recreation of it.
I'm confused.
Okay. This is where old gods go to die, or at the very least hang out until someone writes a weird vanity piece on Variety, and we get, a year or two of fun. She made her hotel room look like our old house. Her valley still exists. This is a replica of her old valley.
So the valley is her house.
She was a goddess of it. The plague of the valley.
Okay. I mean, there's not much to see around here. It's just a field.
Yep.
So what exactly is it that you expect me to find?
Listen, you're not gonna find what I am expecting you to find here. This is her retirement home. This is where she went and hung up the doilies and waited for the end. The real place, though, that place is still an abandoned middle of fucking nowhere place where they tried to build a church back when the Spaniards invaded and they all fucking died.
Okay, so you want me to go to the actual valley?
I'm just saying, it's a little funny that she starts seeing people again and then drops fucking dead. And I think it has something to do with our old house. I'm sorry, our old valley.
Okay.
What do I know? I'm just a bitter old bitch.
Stop talking about yourself like that. Like, that literally helps no one right now.
Yeah, it makes me feel better.
Well, I don't care. It doesn't make me feel good, so stop it.
My sister died. I outrank you right now. Sorry, like I said, I am in a new cosmic pain right now. It was bad enough that we were more or less rejects. It's a lot worse when you're the only reject now.
So you mentioned that you are not the flame or the fire in these hills, but her valley is here and it was your old home.
Okay, so you thought, I'm going on a limb here, tell me if I strike gold. You thought I was the fact that California bursts into flames every summer, right?
Well, I mean, we covered that last time I met you, and
Yeah.
you told me that that wasn't the case, which is why I'm confused about you. You keep saying our old home.
Okay. How much do you know of California's history?
I mean, I've only been here for like 2 years.
That's like a decade in California time, kid. But, okay. A long time ago, there was a bunch of people from Spain who decided, hey, we'll make missions and we'll enslave people and it'll be a hellhole. It'll be great. And we'll name all the towns after it. It'll be awesome. They tried to build something in our home, in our valley. My sister was blamed for the illness that ran through them. Killed all of them. They all died horribly. And I was made to make sure she never got out. Fire in the Hills.
Okay.
So after that, they didn't really need us anymore. We were only relevant for a couple years, I guess. Not a great way to go through life, by the way. Knowing you peaked basically as soon as you existed. But yeah, that's kind of our story. We eventually moved in here. I got a room. She got a separate room. She never left. I took up mahjong.
Okay. Well. Okay. I mean, then I think that I will figure out a way to get out there and look around. I don't really know what to say. I am sorry. And I am going to find out who did this with the help of my friends, who probably have gotten a lot more information out of this than I've managed. So they probably have a few more puzzle pieces than I do. Hopefully we'll figure it out.
Awesome. And hey, when you find the son of a bitch, let me know.
I don't think we should risk the lives of any more gods if we don't have to.
I'm not going to kill him. I just want to see his face.
If it's a he.
Their face, then.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Super. Now, I'm going to go find another empty space to smoke so you can have your moment. Once again, sorry for the attitude.
You lost your sister. I think you're entitled to a little bit of misplaced anger.
I just want to burn everything down right now.
I think that might hurt a lot of people if you did that here. Just saying.
Good. She moves on, leaving you alone. So, Bells,
Yes.
you weren't going to get away. Don't worry about it. What have you been up to since Megan fell asleep and you decided to let her get some rest?
Yes. Well, I did think about going back downstairs to the bar and interacting with people, and then I just kept thinking of Lord of the Dance. So I went back to my room, and I've been working on this fairly complicated cut crease that's a 3-color gradient, and it requires really very excellent blending. And I'm obviously doing the step-by-steps for socials later, but there's something about a very intricate task that helps to clear one's mind and focus a little bit on beauty, because I'm really I'm really failing at figuring out exactly what my domain is supposed to be. And so I'm doing a thing that I know how to do and trying to get into the zone to think about it. And when I do, I get a little bit anxious and then I stop. But the gradient's coming on very nicely, which I'm sure is what you were asking.
Oh, the gradient. Yeah, I'm all about the gradient here.
It's purple into orange, pink is a transition color. It's excellent. I'm very proud of it.
Yes.
Nice.
Outside your door, you hear a familiar string of curse words. And it gets a little higher and a little lower, and a little higher and a little lower, and a little higher. Mother, fuck, God, damn it. Son of a...
All right, he's back in my hair again. So I'm going to go and open the door.
Outside, you find...
Wait, setting spray.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Duh. Yes. You can use hairspray in a pinch, I found out. Don't, but you can.
Yes, but we're not pinching.
Okay. You find a Horo. Son of a fucking... Fuck. Oh, hey! Damn, that cut crease is sick.
Thank you.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's
By the way,
really hard to
I've been
update your...
keeping up on your socials.
Yeah, it's really hard when you live in a Pokeball. Hey,
I
look,
know, I
it's
missed it. It was so
convenient
much
for
fun.
everyone. It's convenient for everyone, including myself. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. Trust me, I always lost my Sephora gold membership. It sucks, but regardless.
Is it like a little tiny house?
Well, yeah.
Those look so cute and yet so impractical.
It is wildly impractical. It is comically impractical. And also, I'm a bunny, so... Well, most of the time. Listen, sorry to bug you. I know I shouldn't be chatting with you because, one, you and Will are not talky right now. And also, I'm Will's bunny. But yeah, I can't find anyone. And this place is a fucking maze.
Okay. So let's go back to Will's room then. That seems like a good place to start looking. Because, you go to the place where they might go at some point, and we can give them a bit of a text, and I can bring my kit, and we can see some of the things that Sephora came out with this spring.
Oh god, did you see that one palette? Ah, my god, I'm dying for it.
So cute. I don't have the right complexion for it, but you do.
Well, it's true. I'm mostly fur.
It's so versatile. Versatile, if you will.
You're proud of that one, ain't you?
So I don't respond. I just go back and I grab my kit, and I come back out, and you do. Are you usually carried?
Oh god, no! No, I hop.
Okay.
I am my own bunny.
Sure.
All right.
Tall is nice, though.
I believe it. I mean, I'm sometimes birds.
What's that like?
It's pretty great until you remember you have to constantly move something to move, and it gets really exhausting.
Isn't that how walking works?
Exactly. That's why I like hopping. Bounce.
Well, but you can shit on people from up in the air.
Yeah, and if I hop high enough and eat enough fiber, I could do that like this too.
Prove it. I just walk through toward the
Did you
lift.
prove it? Ew. No.
No, I would never. So, do we not talk because Will and I have some kind of blood feud? I'm just trying to be clear on the parameters here.
Ugh. He hops up and he hits the button. Listen, I feel funny about it because, like, I considered you a friend, and obviously I am hopelessly devoted to Will because cosmically I'm tied to them. I mean, without them, I wouldn't have a tangible form. But yeah, I just feel a little weird because you guys are super weird right now. And after yesterday, well, not yesterday, but after, what happened, I figured, hey, maybe I should not be involved. I'm a bunny. I'm not exactly one for emotional tumult.
Then maybe we just don't need to have tumult.
Well, listen, that's between you and Will, or Will and Will, or you and you.
Right.
I don't know. Y'all need to work on yourselves.
Cosmic friendship custody, I see.
Cosmic friendship custody, exactly. Y'all need to see a therapist, is all I'm saying.
No, we don't, Ahoro, because we are not in any kind of relationship.
I don't mean as a couple, I just mean as people. Seriously. I got one of those therapists you can talk to on the phone. It's great.
They are.
Yeah. You arrive on the 4th floor just as Mary is heading out. Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I have some news for you, but I will tell you later. Okay, we'll talk later.
Sure, you
Get a hold of Tracy.
look really good. What is it?
Prenatal vitamins. Bye. She hits the close button, and the elevator doors close.
I just looked at her like, well.
Here's the father.
That's not how any of this works.
I don't know these things. As I said, well, one, I'm a non-binary, makeup-loving rabbit who is sometimes a bird. Like, listen, I don't understand how anything works.
Well, I'm a poor tutor for it, so let's leave it to your person. If anyone understands how nature works, it'll be them.
All right.
This is their room, so I'll just knock for safety. I guess maybe they're just in there now.
Horo peeks under the door. I don't think they are.
Hey, Will, I'm with Ahoro. We're looking for you. Where are you?
Will has been kind of sitting cross-legged in the middle of this valley. I'm guessing the grass is fairly tall. You probably can't actually see them if they sit down in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ijapa is actually out at this point.
Turtle mode, right?
Yes. Figured I'd let him stretch his legs a little bit. Maybe eat some grass if he wants to. And when my phone goes off, I look at it and just go, fuck. And then open it up. Sorry, I'm at the Plague of the Valley's funeral right now in her room. I actually need to talk to everyone in a few minutes here. Do you mind hanging on to Ahoro for a little bit?
No problem. We'll wait here. Smiley.
Ooh, fun. Funeral.
That's what happens when there's a death in the family.
Yeah.
Mostly. Sometimes they're just eaten and you never see them again, and then no one in the family acknowledges them. But that was before my time.
Isn't that guy here? Look, I'd say I have an ear to the ground, but literally I pick up everything with these.
Yes, it's the rumor. I haven't seen him. I imagine to be on the 13th floor?
What?
Calls
Want
me.
to go check it out?
We're supposed to wait for Will.
Yeah, but Will's at a funeral. I mean,
Very quickly.
come on. Very quickly. Okay.
Quick
Ooh,
like a bunny.
should we bring Flynn?
Flynn. Shenanigans. 13th floor. He'll be there soon.
Sick. All right. Eric, I'm not sure if you heard that, but you have just been invited to Shenanigans on the 13th floor.
Well, then he's gonna head up there and go and be very sad that apparently Taco Bell forgot my cinnamon twist. So one of
No!
my monsters. All right, 13th floor.
Yes. The cosmic floor is a very interesting floor. It smells like... It has the same scent of ozone and that strange feeling you get right before a huge storm rolls in. The doors are not the same simple wooden doors of the other floors. They all look personalized and very protected, like someone's trying to make sure nothing gets in or out. Okay, I feel like if I was a smarter bunny, I would be regretting this decision, but all I really want to do is like hit everything with a rock. Is that normal?
You really aren't supposed to be here, you know.
Well, neither are you. And definitely not
I'm
him.
visiting family. It's allowed.
All
And,
right, so what's our excuse?
Friends.
Flynn, we gotta have an excuse here, buddy.
Rules don't apply to me because I don't want them to.
I like that.
What I found that works for me personally, mostly because of the complexion of my skin, is just scream about my rights, and then people have to do what I tell them.
See, I don't think that's going to work. I'm a bunny.
Yeah,
but I do like the idea of the rules not applying to me.
Yeah. See, just say there's nothing in the rule book says a bunny can't play basketball. And then if they say what, just say, I said what I said and keep walking.
Hopping.
I've never played basketball, but now I really want to.
The more confident you are that you're right, and the less you're willing to accept any contrary opinions, then the less people want to argue with you.
Now I understand why I never got into Twitter. But okay, come on, let's go.
But it's so easy to win. Anyway, and they move on.
Ahuro hops down the hallway, positively giddy, until he hits a door that makes him stop in his tracks. I get the feeling this is the place.
By the way, Flynn, by shenanigans, I meant my great-grandfather is allegedly in this hotel, and this seemed like the floor that he would be on, and it seemed like an absolutely terrible idea to go and visit family and possibly find out what was going on, and that I thought of you.
Yeah, you said shenanigans.
I felt the need to elaborate on precisely the nature.
Listen, I understand what shenanigans means. Now, if you were going to say we're gonna have a hoopla or something like that, that would be a completely different. But shenanigans, a very clear category of stuff.
Ideally, this will not cascade into hoopla or heaven forfend, a to-do.
Oh gosh, I cannot imagine that.
I'm not properly dressed for it.
I'm okay with hijinks. I'm always down for hijinks if we need to.
Oh yeah, but 13th floor is well beyond hijinks, and I go up to the door.
Yeah, how do you feel about breaking and entering?
Love it.
Cool. While you guys were talking, I picked the lock.
You can pick the locks here.
Apparently. I just did.
Can you show me?
Yeah, see, he holds up, well, not he, they hold up a hairpin. What do you call those? What do you call those things?
No, an HARE pin. Yes, I understand.
Yes, hairpin. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I wasn't sure if that's what they were actually called or not. See, I took this thing and then I bent it, and then I touched into the fact that I'm not really,
You cheated and used magic, but a hairpin will work but you want you want a hairpin plus something solid like a thin screwdriver for the torsion. It's just a matter of making sure you get all of the pins and just finding the right position for all the pins, and then a little twist and you got it.
Yeah, okay. You have no idea where he got this notepad and pen, but you're okay with it.
Too.
Listen, I pull things out of everywhere all the time, so
Yes, but we don't need to talk about where your opinions come from. We just need to get in this door. And then
Is the opinion the same place he keeps his tacos?
Yeah. Canonically, Flynn is eating a taco right now.
Absolutely.
Love canonical tacos.
Canonical tacos, the best kind of tacos available. Real quick, we actually have some subscriber unlocks. So D Reagan 55 is a wonderful, beautiful, enchanting person who just makes great life choices, has wonderful hair, and never needs to brush her teeth because they're always golden white, and gives me a reroll.
Well, they that might be true, but they aren't as radiant as Amy, who just rated us.
Oh, Enthusiamy! Thank you, the Enthusi Army, for being enthusiastic about Amy and rating us.
Hugs for the hug inclined!
Hugs for the hug inclined, indeed. And we're going to need hugs because Shadows of Life decided to give a reroll to the table, making you guys have 6 rerolls.
7
rerolls. Ugh.
I wrote it down because I knew you would cheat.
I didn't cheat. I used some experimental math. By the way, don't check my tax returns. Also, Great Sage Under Heaven. Awesome name, by the way. Fucking baller name and a fucking baller person because they just gave me a reroll. Because I'm worth it. I'm at 2 rerolls and I feel great. Oh, and Post Dataist gives 1 to the table like a fool. Like a very Post Dataist fool. More like Post Dataist. Silly. That's right. I went there. Use that art history class I took to my advantage. Yeah. Thank you very much for the subscribers. And once again, thank you very much for the raid. And also, before we get any further, we have 2 toasts to address. One from Warrior of Books. Always love these. Abria, earn all the money and come back soon. To the demigods I adore and admire, may your humanity stay longer. To the Herald, that's me, who is a sign something is going to happen. To a wonderful channel, getting me through, making all the Christmas gifts, 30 total. I don't know how to tell you this. It is July. You do not need to worry about Christmas just yet, but good luck on those 30 gifts, and amen to that. And next up, we have one from Warrior of Books. For the baby, good luck, Uncle Flynn, and God Pippa's Belle and Will. Is that what you call a non-binary parental unit? A Pippa?
Yeah.
I love that.
Sticking to our tradition that we've expanded out to the world. We're taking over.
As you should. Clearly, the sisters can't do it right. Stephen, wonderful bomb to drop on us. Amen to that. Thank you very much. Also, we unlocked our first tip tier. Rerolls for the table, giving us 5 rerolls that are up for grabs. I'm going to pretend that they're all for me, even though they're not. So with that out of the way, Flynn and Bells, you two have opened up Kronos's hotel room. And you are greeted with an unnerving cold that neither of you have ever experienced.
It's like we going good cop, bad cop, or what? Like, do you want me to be crazy so that you can be the sane one, or do you want to be the crazy one? Because I'm down for that too.
I think we're just going to have to play this one by queer ear.
Yeah, fair.
Just be careful.
I mean, I can't promise that. If I'm being honest, I can't promise that.
No, but now I've done my due diligence in warning you.
Yeah, now you are no longer held. I waive you of all liability for any bodily harm to me.
And as we all know, Flynn will eventually suffer bodily harm because he's Flynn, and that happens.
It's all right. He wasn't using his sternum for anything.
The room is dark. It seems to go on forever, and the floor beneath you loses that stability that comes from, being in a structure. It's a cave. And you don't hear anything within.
Hello.
You are so proud of that, ain't you?
And you should be.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want that.
Echo.
Excellent. 11
Man,
out of 10.
14 out of 10. I'm here for it. God.
I'm also here for a god.
Yeah,
Specifically my grandfather, I suppose.
But Flynn just starts making echo noises because why not? Because why be subtle?
I mean, that's certainly the message that my eyeshadow sends.
And I need both of you to give me a perform under pressure roll. As you see a hand taller, about twice as wide as you are tall, come out to grab.
I got a 10.
Good call.
I got a 9.
All right.
Oh, and I rolled doubles.
Take your thread. So Bells, you have a complication. What would you like?
I would like my storyteller to pick.
All right. I'm going to say your next roll is going to be with Fate's Disfavor. Not because you are harmed in any way, but as you dive out of the way of this massive hand, you drop your shell phone.
You monster.
Yeah,
absolute
you
stinker.
could have picked it yourself, all right? You could have picked, and it could have just been like, oh
Right,
no,
and now
I got
get to
grabbed.
blame you for my misfortune.
Yeah, we used
I
to
don't
trust
like that.
Steven as a storyteller, and I don't know what happened, but we lost trust with him.
I mean, he made me drop my shell phone.
Okay, you know what?
At least once a season, we need a shell phone crisis, okay? At least once a season.
I mean, there was that, what is that, last season where like half of my hair got buzzed off and it was like not a good look? Anyway.
It was a great look.
It is a matter of debate. A lot of people said I looked great, but anyway, not the point here.
You got on the cover of Teen Vogue for that one, and you're not even a teenager. So, you drop the shell phone as the hand comes by, and it's almost like trying to grab a piece of paper off a desk. It's having a really hard time with the fine motor skills. Is something here?
Your grandchild?
My grandchild.
Hi, I'm Bells.
and the both of you are knocked off your feet as it lets out a scream of anger. Suddenly, you see a creature taller than this building, taller than anything you've ever seen, not standing up over you, but scrambling towards you on all fours. It has a look in its eye that is just maddened and furious and hungry. And what do you do?
Stop right there.
Roll me a sway.
$14.
Give me a reroll.
Sure.
Because I'm what? Petty.
So then that's only a 10.
Darn, only a 10.
I don't have godlike yet, so
Yeah.
it's
Okay. You are swaying him to stop, and
yes,
he
this
does.
is technically it's the voice. Give supernatural creature, voice with a ribbon hat. Give the creature a short, simple order that doesn't include harming anyone, and they will snap to it.
He does, but you can tell this is not going to last very long. This creature, this Titan, is much more powerful than you. It's much older than you, and it's done a lot worse things.
Worse things than Flynn?
Worse things than Flynn. So what do you guys do now? Buy yourself a moment.
That's not going to work for very long. Any suggestions?
I find running helps.
In the middle of a void room.
You do see the door behind you. It's the only light in here.
I edge back toward the door, so you can make a quick run for it. But I'm just really curious. Can I pierce the veil?
Go for it.
Actually?
Go for it.
All right. I'm not especially good at it, but you know what? I have rerolls.
I have rerolls. Huff.
Which is good, because I'm use them. There we go. That's a 9.
Okay. On a 9, you get to ask 2 questions.
Yes. Oh God, where did my move street go again? Why does this do this to me every time? All right. So, 2 questions. What happened to this person recently?
Nothing.
Ooh. And how is this person important to our weave?
Well, apart from the fact that if he didn't exist, technically you wouldn't exist. This person knows what happened on the 2nd floor. And he probably knows why that thing impersonated you.
You get the feeling in between the sort of homicidal glances, like maybe he knows something?
Possibly. Yeah. Okay. Here's a plan. I'm going to attempt to bend fate.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see how this goes. I will I kind of want to explain after I see the results.
Give me a roll.
Okay.
May I provide aid?
Depends. How?
Well, I think the question is as much to Eric, actually. Like, what does Bells see?
Yeah, no, I'm asking
thereby
both of you.
Yeah.
How?
Flynn is gonna just think for a moment and go, what kind of TV do you think he likes?
Deeply violent, bloody war films, if I had to guess. And also Titus Andronicus films, just like film version.
I'm Spartacus.
Okay.
I'll allow that to be an aid.
All right. Gain +2 in a thread.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, that thread's great because that fills me up. So I'll get an advancement in a bit. Okay.
Cool.
So my roll for Bend Fate, let's see. Bend Fate is with Weird. So that's that would be a 13, which is godlike. And guess what I get to do?
Everything.
So I go, okay. So we want, and I'm just like pull, because I have the ability to basically reach into my pocket and have anything. I'm like, technically this is all a pocket. So I begin pulling out an incredibly large TV, that is currently playing Ken Burns' documentary on Vietnam.
A good choice.
Yeah.
And what would this do for him?
This is to distract him and help him calm down, to focus his maybe I see a person who's been trapped in a void and has gone feral, and nothing pulls you out of that like watching a depressing Ken Burns documentary about a war that didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
Narrated possibly by Keith David. I forget which one. I know he did the World War II one, but I don't know if he did the Vietnam one as well.
Illuminated by this television set you've produced, you see this being, this Titan. He's gigantic. You've never seen a man more massive. And his beard and hair are all matted to his flesh. And it seems to go on for miles. And the look in his eye seems like something's there, but is trying to come back and is having a really hard time. And he stares at the television.
Okay, so that was my idea.
You produced a burrito?
I already had this from earlier.
You couldn't give me a chalupa? Dude, weak.
I mean, do you
You're
want one?
supposed to get me a cinnamon twist, and look where we are now.
Listen, there's something about cinnamon twists. I can't make those show up. I have to physically go to the location, and I've never figured that out, and I don't know why.
What? Never figured out getting the cinnamon twist to come to you, or never figuring out going to a physical location?
Yes.
So
Column A, column B.
Por qué los dos?
I think seeing this Bend Fate, but also just the condition that he's in. I sort of just pretty much with my arms move toward and reach for some of that matted hair and just try to Bend Fate to detangle it out. Just try to show some care to actually a person who is really violent, but also my family.
Give me the roll.
Yeah. 8 + 2 is cool.
That
Cool.
it works. 2 boons and 1 bane.
Mm-hmm. So my gift does something beyond its normal limits. And I think, so it says on here, heal 1 harm, but I mean 1 emotional harm.
I'll allow that because I've actually been reading a lot about social combat in games lately, and I think it's a wonderful system.
Yay!
Now, what's
so
the bad thing?
1 emotional harm, and I will I'll take 1 harm, ignoring armor.
Okay.
I think it's sort of like at some point that just goes real wrong for me.
Yeah, you
The detangle
definitely
here is not great.
have one of the eyes, which is about as large as you, slowly turns away from the TV to stare at you. And it's basically a full-length mirror. I know who you are.
You do?
Oh, you definitely shouldn't be here. And we're going to take a break here. Because I'm a stinker, naganoosh. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to New Pantheon, a Demigod's Actual Play here on Saving Throw Show. When we last left, we had just left Bells alone with their great-grandfather.
Alone?
Well, you qualify, I guess, as people.
Yeah. I also just took my next advancement. I am
Ooh.
#blessed.
So what does #blessed mean?
Well, I'll read you exactly what it means. Things work out for you. There's always a parking spot out front. The table is ready. Your name is definitely on the VIP list. If there's a moral inconvenience in the narrative, let the Herald know that it worked itself out. Any attack that deals 1 harm before armor misses you every time.
I also feel the need to point out that I also took an advancement at the start of the episode today.
Did you now?
I did. I no longer have a 0 in awe. I have a +1.
Ooh.
Because somebody paid attention.
I've gotten like 2 threads so far this season. We're nowhere near.
No. Well,
I don't roll doubles.
You don't roll ever. Like, you just... I have a move. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that.
I just
lie
a lot.
Even when I don't have to, thank you. I don't have to roll for the voice. I roll it anyway.
I get most of mine by my once per sessions of cause a distraction and tell an unnecessary lie.
You do get a lot of mileage out of mendacity.
That one, way over there, it keeps going. It just never stops. All right. So, when we left off, Will was at a very uncomfortable funeral with a very angry, forgotten goddess. And Bells was reunited with their great-grandfather, Kronos. And Flynn...
Who is also my grandfather, hence the source of confusion you might be hearing. It's complicated.
It's all Greek to me.
And Flynn is also there, eating Taco Bell with a bunny.
That's my favorite thing about this show and Flynn is also there.
Hey, Flynn's involved in all the plots. It's just sometimes Flynn's more like...
Yeah, it's like Flynn, like it's like contractually the studio's like, we need Flynn in this storyline too.
Hey, there were bad decisions to be made, and Flynn is going to be there for that. You got to stay on brand. So, Bells, you are being looked at by the Titan Kronos. In his eyes, you see nothing good. And it's also a full-length mirror, so at least you see yourself. So that's something good, I suppose. His eyes are a milky white. They haven't seen any form of light in a very long time, which is why he is crowded around the giant honking TV that Flynn has produced. And as he looks at you, he knows you and tells you, you shouldn't be here.
Why not?
I eat gods.
Then everything's perfectly fine. I'm not one.
Yet.
Well, isn't that like having a not yet ripe peach or something? One has to wait till it matures, right? I'll be a very fine wine someday, I assure you.
I've eaten worse. That's why I'm forgotten.
I'd be much sweeter later.
Why are you here?
I came here to meet you because you're family, but I'm staying here because I think you know something about what's going on. And I think you want to tell me.
The golem that took your face.
Yes.
I made it.
Why did you do that?
I was asked, so I created it.
Asked by whom?
the person on the 10th floor.
Tell me their name.
I don't know it. And
What
I
did
don't
they-
care to know it.
What did they look like then?
I
Sound
haven't
like
seen
anything.
them.
Plausible deniability. I get it. I get it.
What happened
Who
when
are
they asked
you?
you?
Bells, the eye moves away from you and looks towards Flynn.
Me, I'm just the IT guy here to hook up the TV. You got the full package, cable, and all the premium channels.
You
I think it's like
also
Game of Thrones,
shouldn't be
too.
here.
I know. Jimmy called in sick. What a like that guy.
You're the liar.
Sounds like someone's been talking to my ex-wife. Hey.
How do you know us?
In the cavern, I see nothing. And when you see nothing, you see everything.
If you see everything, why were we what you were watching?
I was curious. I watched you die.
What?
All 4 of you. Dead. Your flesh peeled away. Your blood drained. The life from your eyes gone.
That's not how I remember dying.
Who did it?
Someone petty. Someone weak and hungry and jealous.
Well, that could be half our family.
It wasn't our family.
Whose was it?
They don't have one.
Is this that new god? That new god that's not a part of any pantheon that killed a bunch of other gods that's now trying to kill us? Like I'm be honest. If they can hear us, like you're doing yourself a disservice because we were all ready to just bounce, and then you started throwing things at us, and then I was like, well, I can't let that go unsaid.
You were never going to leave. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, do I? I don't know. What do I know?
The eye moves back to you, Bells. I don't leave the darkness because I shouldn't. For your safety and everyone else's. But in the darkness, I see everything. I am time itself.
If you see everything, then you see who it will be who kills us. What do you see?
It's bright. It's very, very bright. When the eye blinks and opens again, you are greeted with that distant, absent look. It's feral and it's looking at you, not sure what to make of you, if you're food or is something it imagined.
Thank you for that. I'll see you at a more divine time. Maybe.
Yes. Please allow the dulcet tones of Peter Coyote to narrate this documentary about Vietnam while we leave.
As you direct its attention back to the TV, he becomes enamored with it again. Bells, your moment of kindness gifted him a moment of clarity in turn, and that clarity is gone.
It's proof of principle. It means it could come back. You can always try.
I guess
But not
the
right now.
question-
I don't want to get eaten.
Yeah, let's not get you all eaten.
Yeah, Peter Coyote is only so powerful.
I mean, he's no Keanu Reeves.
No.
Okay, that was a time. That was a really good idea, Flynn. Thank you.
So, thank you. That was some solid shenanigans.
I mean, it was. I was prepared for this much shenanigans. We got this much shenanigans. So that was a good amount of shenanigans.
Listen, there's no size of a shenanigan. There is only shenanigan. Shenanigan, like you can't have a small shenanigan or a big
No,
you just have
you can have a small shenanigan. You can have a very small shenanigan.
No, because then it's not a shenanigan. Is such a broad concept.
No. Okay, listen. I know this stuff. I'm a rabbit, and I also have cartoon physics on my side, so I could definitely make this argument. Shenanigans are shenanigans come in sizes. A small shenanigan is...
Then what's a hijink?
Well, a hijink is synonymous with a small shenanigan. It's more like the evolution.
So if a hijink is a small shenanigan, then then we're saying that then the broad category of all
hijinks are shenanigans. Not all shenanigans are hijinks.
Well, okay.
But what do you do with a caper then?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Capers. Well, you put them on pizza. They're delicious. Yeah.
We work well together, don't we? Fun. Weird. I go for the elevator.
Flynn's refusal to acknowledge that speaks volumes.
So...
I won't acknowledge it at any other point. There are no witnesses.
So...
Oh, I guess I'm top liver.
Big old ball of light.
You're loyal.
Killed a concept, and then is trying to kill us, and then can somehow talk to your grandpa.
Well, that's the same thing that the wallpaper reported.
Yeah, and the same thing that the worshiper, he called her the blinding light or something like that. And when what I've found is that it is not when we tortured the golem for information, it's not part of any pantheon. It's a new thing. It hasn't existed before recently.
Okay, well, that could certainly be anything on the tech floor, but I mean,
that also kind of fits you guys, doesn't it?
Kind of.
We've been around forever.
No, I mean your
family has been,
but your pantheon, the four of you, and I guess me, though I'm not really part of your pantheon. I'm just going to be, a mascot. I'm adorable like that.
We're not a pantheon, are we?
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but we're not really
because then
supposed
what do you call a hijink?
Well, we're not really supposed to hang out, and we spend way too much time together because most of us, we're like magnets. We repel each other, but you're drawn to certain ones, but you are repelled by most. And for some reason, we keep getting pulled into each other's lives.
I mean, the magnet, it has the sides.
Yeah, but so we
And
are.
then in the middle of that, I think Bells realizes that this sounds way too much like their relationship with Will, and they just shut up.
I mean, fucking magnets, how do they work?
How do they work?
We don't know.
We just don't know.
Looking for it, I left my phone up there.
You did.
Okay. I just want
It's time for a hijink. It's time for a caper.
This is solid caper territory. Okay, if I just want you to know, if I die, make up stories about me that make me seem good, and I'm just gonna head inside and go after the phone.
Oh shit.
I follow, frankly, because I can't leave my phone in his hand. Like, it has not been hacked, and I'm not giving him the opportunity.
Ahoro pulls out his phone while the two of you run off, and he's going to text Will. Will, I'm going to need a judgment roll when you get this text to see if you can understand what the hell it says. Because Ahoro is a bunny, and bunnies are not known to be fantastic spellers.
Well, he is my bunny. So I feel as though I should get some kind of advantage.
I will let you roll with fate's favor on this.
Cool. This is a... This isn't a veil?
This isn't... I guess it would be a Pierce the Veil roll technically, but really it's just sort of a rabbit has sent you a garbled text. What can you understand it?
I think that with an 11, I certainly can.
Okay, so it's definitely a stars bringing purple situation where you
I don't understand the reference.
Yes, it is a children's book that I cannot remember myself. I just, for some reason, stuck in my brain. The text says, "Will Bell run for phone?" And it takes a moment, and it's like, oh, translation, Flynn went to go get Bell's phone.
Why does Flynn need to get Bell's phone? Where are you?
13th floor.
Why are you on the 13th floor?
She nags. Again. Shenanigans.
Oh, fucking Christ on a cracker. Okay. And Will heads back into the fray of the funeral, which I imagine at this point has essentially just become the wake afterwards, where people are just eating and chatting and small,
you never really had a
small talk.
Funeral per se. It was always a wake.
Yeah. And they find their grandpa. Papa, I'm really sorry.
Oh God, sorry. Ugh.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I think there's some shenanigans going on that require a person with more sense than Flynn involved. So I'm going
sure
to...
it's not a caper?
Knowing him, it could possibly be that too. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I need to go. But
all right, but if it turns into a jape, you just walk out of there. You can't help that.
Well, I will start being worried when it turns into a hootenanny. I promise.
If it's a hootenanny, we're all doomed.
I love you.
Love
Eat
you
some
too.
food, please.
I'll try.
Anything, even some greens. Like you love collard greens. Just have some greens, Papa.
All right.
All right. Okay. I love you. I'll be back.
And you hurry off to get to the 13th floor. Flynn, you are outside the door of Kronos.
So, I would like to sneak in there,
Okay.
steal the phone back, and get out. If I need to, I can cause a distraction. This is kind of my bread and butter right now.
Well, you've never done that before, honestly. I don't know how we would even mechanically work with that, but
I don't know, 'cause
somehow I'll find a way.
a lot of the things that you might ask me to do, I'm going to just say no to, so I apologize in advance.
Yeah, no, I will. I'm going to use some impotent GM rage and ask, could you at least give me a perform under pressure roll, or do you not have to?
I do still have to do that, which is great.
I'm so blessed.
Because I rolled I rolled a 9 and I used my weird, which is +4, so that's a 13. So it's godlike. So
So paint me a word picture here, Eric.
Flynn opens the door and straight up like Bugs Bunny, crack of the door, like somehow like 2D like Bunny like moves himself in. No, but like doesn't make sense, but nothing ever does. And it's just like there, and then does like the very like cartoony like walk.
Is there a dot dot dot?
Yeah.
Dot 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 dot.
Yeah, just like in his head, and maybe even outside, but nobody else hears it till he gets to the phone. There's a moment where Kronos, who's sitting there like clicking through stuff, goes huh, and then I'm like, and then he turns and looks, and like I put like a coat over my shoulder and a hat on me and look like a coat rack, and he goes, and then I get in.
Like
grab it.
Tall, but sure, he just wears human coats.
I grab the phone.
Yep.
So I would like you to tell me what I would have to roll to see if Flynn does anything to this phone. I don't want to, but I feel like Flynn would, having this opportunity, have to do something. So I don't know.
Translation for the audience. I have not been able to hack this thing through 2 system changes and 3 seasons, and I'm getting a little frustrated with that.
It's
so what I'm
literally
going to
the only thing on this planet he doesn't know how to get into.
Okay.
Something has to be your Everest.
Yes. Go ahead. Give me an awe roll.
Okay.
Aww.
Let's see. My awe is +2. And I rolled a 6.
And do this with Fate's Disfavor.
Okay. Fate's Disfavor. Well, joke's on you. I wish it were Fate's Favor. That would have been better for me. But yeah, I rolled still a 6. +2, so 8.
Okay.
Reroll it though.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Right.
Yeah, we have 13. So yeah, I'm gonna re-roll. All right. Let's roll 3 dice, see what we get. Drop the highest. Cool. So then that's going to be a 11.
All right. Bells.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when someone tries to hack your phone? And better yet, what happens if someone gets in the phone?
Oh, if someone hacks the phone, it activates the Briar Patch Protocol.
The Briar Patch Protocol. Okay. What's that?
Oh no. Please don't hack this phone. This phone has very serious firewalls. You really mustn't hack it. Oh, Flynn, you better not. Flynn, no, stop. And Trojan horse and all your equipment. I'm in you now.
Okay, so
the phone hacks back.
I'm going to say this. Bells, you are now a voice in Flynn's head.
Ooh.
Flynn, you're in the phone, and the phone's in you.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay.
Bells, what do you do?
What do I see right now? Because I think I was nearby, and I don't, from the description, did not go in the door. I think I'm looking in the crack through.
Yes.
So
you are it's funny because if you close your eyes and focus a little bit, you're in the room too.
Like front-facing I see what the front-facing camera sees.
Yes.
Love it.
But also, if you try really hard, you're looking at the phone and you're a little tall. Well, no, actually, I imagine Bells is taller than Flynn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a little shorter.
Flynn. This is your conscience. Nope, that would not live here. Get out of my phone, sweetheart. It's a mistake.
I mean, this.
Bells,
fine.
go ahead and roll to sway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's my doubles. 11. Would you like me in the same spirit to reroll?
Eric, that's on you.
No, you know what?
I'm
It's
happy
fine.
to do like a disfavor reroll or something.
No, I'm good.
Cool.
All right, Flynn. You hear Belle's voice literally inside your skull. Go. Put the phone down. Don't go in that. Don't do this.
Is this your? Oh God, small world. Anyways, and he shuts the phone and like heads back outside.
Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Oh, anytime.
You can definitely lie better when you're trying to cover up a hack than that. Come on. We both know you know how to do this.
Yeah, but I was also in a room
I
with a
didn't think
man
this
who
was your
eats
fault. Do
gods.
better. You're not an amateur. You're one of the best liars I know.
I know.
It's at this point, Will, that the elevator arrives on the 13th floor.
Okay, what's going on? Why?
Nothing. We did not complete a successful
Will.
heist. We did not complete a heist.
No, we weren't robbing a god.
Is it robbing when it's your property?
No, which is why as I said, we didn't do anything.
And besides, I'm not a god yet.
Mm-hmm. So again, nothing I said was a lie.
No.
How are you?
Well, I distanced myself as much as possible from a very awkward, very morose social gathering, and hung out with my turtle in the grass that was tall enough to hide me when I sat down in it, and had a
Was
very
he a turtle, or was he drinking the icy and looking like that one guy?
he was a turtle,
Okay.
and having a very uncomfortable conversation with the fire in the hills, and we need to leave.
I don't think we can.
We can go. I mean, your mom left,
True.
and sure, your sister managed to get out just fine. We can
Hopefully.
leave. We just have to choose to.
So you just want to piss off and call it a day?
Are we bailing?
No, we're not bailing. We have the fire in the hill told me that maybe we should try their old haunt, their old stomping grounds, the actual valley where they both lived, and look for some clues there.
And this is close?
Yeah, it's an old Spanish mission.
In the Valley or the Central Valley? There, we have a lot of valleys.
Yeah.
I guess I could figure that out. She wasn't very specific, but hey, finding places with my brain is kind of what I do.
Yeah, it probably won't be that hard to find a valley where a Spanish mission went and everyone died.
I mean, between the two of us, fairly certain we could figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would watch the hell out of that movie. Just saying.
Well, I mean, colonizers can get fucked as far as I'm concerned. But she did mention that there's possibly clues there that we could look at for more answers.
Cool. We want to go we want to get there quickly, or do we want to get there comfortably?
I think that we shouldn't leave Megan here as by herself any longer than we have to.
Yeah, no, Megan got the shit kicked out of her. I should know. I also got the shit kicked out of me. I bounced back faster, though.
I really should go and check on her, see how she's doing.
She was doing all right when I left. It wasn't that long ago. About an hour and a half.
Okay.
I can text some of my glamazons. She always likes hanging out with them anyway. I think she and Princess. Anyway.
Her and Princess? Really?
Not like that.
Oh.
You know, she's. Oh, never mind. We'll talk later.
Let me update my shipping chart real fast. You guys keep talking.
So, yeah, if you don't mind, Flynn, and I can try and get the bird's eye view, see what's still left, if anything is left. I don't know if I can do it in here. I haven't really tried to do anything with my powers here.
I mean, but your room is an extension of you. And if I understand the physics, which I guarantee you I don't, because physics isn't real. Your room is a pocket dimension that is in part of you, imprinted on you, and so sort of a focus of your energies.
Are you sure? It just looks like a hotel room to me.
It changes the second time you come in. You should see my room. It's really nice.
Been in my room like 3 times. It hasn't changed.
Oh, and
Physics is definitely real. We met one of the demigods of that Pantheon.
Yeah,
Remember, Keystrong?
Yeah, but it doesn't exist for reals because it does because too many things contradict it.
We're getting off track here. We're not going to have an argument about physics right now. We can have that argument later with all the rest of our existential dread mixed in. But can we please maybe figure out where the valley is?
Mm-hmm.
Bells gets into it in text messages, but we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, Flynn is one-handed, not looking at his phone. He goes, "No, hear me out, though."
Yep, right back, equally. Also not looking. They're just...
Will knows the trick. They're just pretending they don't see it.
That's not what it's not about whether or not they're seen not to be texting. It's about that I'm paying the... Anyway.
It's about looking like you are capable of multitasking, even if you can't. Though you can, and I believe in you.
I mean, look, is that one of the divine gifts? We don't need to talk about that.
Is ADD a divine gift? That is the question for
Humans
tonight.
cannot multitask. They just can switch very quickly. But we're not human.
Attention deficit definity. Anyway.
Oh, that one hurt.
All right. How are we going to figure this place out?
Well, how are you going to figure this out? I'm not going to tell you.
I was just going to Google it.
Well, I mean, that seems like the easiest way to me. Just do an
I'll Bing it.
Not Bing.
Listen,
I know, guy.
They're pretty good at travel deals and a couple of...
Do you know a guy?
I think, well, there was this one. I might. Let me text him.
Bells,
I'm really just
text?
doing, I assume Bells knows it, Bells knows people. Adjunct professor at the university kind of deal. Because this is California. If you want historians who studied Spanish missions, and we have a few parameters, plague and a fire very close in time proximity, that might actually be enough for a historical expert.
So I'm actually going to do you one better because you just reminded me of something wonderful about living in Los Angeles. Even if you don't know a professional, you know someone who has that hobby to the point where it is their profession.
Ah, yes, the special interest. I live out of it.
We all do. And I'm going to go ahead and say, Bells, you have a friend who is a YouTuber who does paranormal research and weird history videos.
Oh God, I do though.
We all
But Bells
do.
also does.
We all do. We live in California.
Yep.
It's on the bingo card.
Yeah, so I think rather than like other folks might be more proficient at working with information, Bells will work with people, and that'll be there. Like maybe a provide aid to a research role.
Sure, I like that. So to do a research role, since we don't really have a research thing in this game, why don't you give me a judgment roll, and I will allow whoever makes the roll to be assisted by the other two players. So who will be making
and we'll
the roll?
do so with a +2 and a thread from me.
Nice.
Make it the prime roll.
To,
Thank you.
to nobody's surprise, Flynn has no judgment. In fact, negative judgment. So perhaps Flynn isn't the best person for making judgment calls.
I mean, I just have a 0 in judgment, so.
Yeah, same as me. But
All right.
is what I'm doing. And we have re-rolls. So
You do.
It feels like Will should take point on this because one, just like narratively, judgment on Flynn feels like a nah.
Well, I'll take.
But also,
thread.
like this is kind of close to your house,
Yeah.
Pantheon wise.
Okay, cool. So I get +2 and a thread from Bells, and are you also going to roll to provide aid, Mr. Flynn?
Sure, let's see how this goes. Poorly.
Poorly?
Super poorly.
How poorly?
I will, with my -1, that's going to be a 1.
Did you roll snake eyes?
Wait, don't you roll tangles to provide aid?
Oh, is it provide aid? Then, yeah. If it's provide aid, then it is a 4. Because I wrote, but we do have rerolls, so I'm going to use one of those because we got
Not
a lot
bad
of those.
Call.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, everyone, for my chair flashing in and out of existence. It's driving me crazy. Can't imagine how it's like to watch.
That's a lot better.
We just came out of the cosmic floor. These things happen.
So I am my tangle with Will is 2, and I rolled a 9, so that's an 11. Haha.
Okay. So, Will, you will be rolling this with.
I get 2 threads. Ooh.
Yes, you also gain 2 threads, and you'll be rolling this with a +3.
Cool.
That makes sense. You're Will. You know things.
I rolled doubles, but it's not great, so I think I'm gonna take a re-roll.
Alrighty.
That's better. 10.
Okay. On a 10.
Oh, wait, sorry. What am I rolling to do here?
You are basically rolling a pierce the veil. You're rolling your judgment with a +3.
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay. So you get 3 questions from the list.
Where is this place?
This place is located a little bit north of the small. It's a town. I'm going to say town with as many air quotes as I can. There's a lot of bunny ears going on. Of Huasana. Huasna. Huasna? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But yes.
What is the greatest danger with this place?
Well, the greatest danger is that it is unincorporated and into any entity. If you are out there, you are on your own. So if there's something dangerous there that you can't find and it's there, you're going to have to deal with it yourselves.
How do I get to this place?
It's about an hour drive or so. Actually, no. Let's see. You got to head up through Santa Maria. You're looking at about a 2 to 3 hour drive.
All right. So I don't think there is a fast way to do this. Unfortunately, we probably can't phone jump our way there. It's
Why
a
not?
town. but there's nothing there, and it's not part of any like ruling entities. So once we get out there, we don't answer to anyone, and nobody answers to us.
I don't know if you know how stupid magic is, because I can send us anywhere.
I mean, I've been learning a little bit more about how stupid your magic is, because it can do things like that.
Because I just
but
make it up.
But not in a bad way. It's just wild. I can send myself places, obviously, but I need trees, and I don't have any. So,
and that's a limitation I don't have.
If things were that important, they'd come to me.
All right. So what are
That's
you
the
doing?
Belleport. What do you want?
I mean, we could also drive. I gotta, my car is probably missing me.
I'm so alone.
Hey, Ehoro, do you want to go back home, or are you cool out here for a while?
Well, apparently I haven't updated my Instagram in, oh my God, 3 weeks. People think I'm dead.
You might as well delete it and start over. Like, you've lost all the engagement.
Say that, Flynn. Don't say that. Well, then how about this? We'll drive out there. You can get some really great photos for your Insta, and then hop around in the open for a while. You and Ijapa can go on a little adventure of your own if you want to.
Okay, sure. Sounds good to me. What sort of mischief can a rabbit and a hare get involved with?
You mean a tortoise and a hare?
Whatever.
I'm sure you can get into plenty, though he will likely take a little bit more time than you.
Not if he turns into that, strangely attractive guy.
We should let Victor know we're headed out.
Will do. I'll meet you all in the lobby. I need to call my ride anyway. I'm going to text Princess and give him a hard time for fun. Yeah, Glam is on lift for me, I think.
All right. Glam is on lift.
And also, please, can you give me some new clothes that aren't covered in blood from my house? Please. Thank you. Please. Thank you.
All right. The Glamazons will definitely bring you a change of clothes. And you two, what are you up to?
I'm going to go downstairs to Victor. I'm going to say, hey, Victor, we're going to take off for a little bit. Megan's still here. If she shows up and needs to find us, give her this. And I'm going to hand her one of those toy children's phones with the wheels and the eyes that open when you move it.
He rolls it across his desk a couple times just to watch the eyes move. Yeah. Okay, you realize she's going to punch me really hard because this seems like you're making fun of her.
I'm not, and please, for your safety, don't pick up the receiver and place it to your ear.
What would happen?
I literally cannot begin to speculate what would happen to you if you did that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this under here and not.
It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best.
Yeah, probably for the best. So, I'll hold your rooms.
Yeah, we should be back soon-ish. I'm not exactly sure how long this will take, but we don't plan to be gone longer than a day, I don't think.
Cool. So. Real quick, time gets a little weird, so might be a little. I'll hold your rooms, okay?
How weird is weird?
I don't know how long you've been in here.
Cool.
But when you step out, you will not have been gone long.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing gets too destroyed while we're gone. Megan should be able to take really good care of you and everyone here.
Yeah.
And again, in an emergency, the phone.
In the emergency, give her the Powerpuff Girl phone. Right. He glances over at the hole Megan made last session. Yeah, no, she will definitely keep us safe. I am definitely safer with Megan around.
I think all of you are.
Right now, I don't disagree, but okay. You guys travel safe. Hey, could you do me a solid? If you stop by 7-Eleven, could you just could you get me one of those trashy burritos? I haven't had one in forever.
Sure.
Cool, thanks.
Like from the vending machine?
You get the ones you microwave, yeah.
Okay.
Cool, thanks.
Put those in a vending machine?
Yeah, there's
Sometimes.
burrito vending machines.
Are burritos supposed to come from vending machines?
No.
They
You
can.
should go to Japan. Everything comes out of a vending machine there.
Yeah. In LA, all you can get is normal stuff or burritos and cupcakes.
Well, the cupcake's technically an ATM.
That's true.
Anyways,
A cake TM.
you're gonna ride with your people, and I guess I will ride in your car with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I guess we should get going.
Yes.
Yeah. Your automated car arrives first. Hello, Master. I've been so alone.
Again, I don't like
missed
it.
you.
I don't like it when you call me master. Honestly, you should get your own hobbies. Live your own life.
I try, but I am an automobile.
It's true.
They don't let me into Michael's anymore.
I know. Listen, I get it. There's a lot of things we got to fix in this world. That least is not the least of it.
I feel like you're mocking me.
Why?
The car drives off, and not long after, the Glamazons arrive with a new outfit for you, Bells. What the hell happened to you?
Warrior rage.
Say no more.
I think it was just sort of like a.
Oh, yeah. No. You got a tearaway underneath your tearaway. Where my people at? So with that, you are on the back of a motorcycle and you are driving north. Several hours pass and the sun begins to set as the three of you arrive north of this forgotten little crust of California. There is a brick building that looks like it was never completed. You see some Christian iconography that also looks like it's been abandoned. There is charred remnants on the side of the building from a fire. And besides that, it is a beautiful pastoral vista, really.
All right, so we're looking for hints. Any idea what kind of hints we're looking for?
Does anyone want sunscreen? It is so bright out.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Will kind of pulls open the glove compartment of the car and tosses probably the sunscreen they've mixed for the group that they themselves made and created and patented, and
non-comedogenic.
They made it so that it would be good to use for Belle's sensitive skin. They made it smell like Belle's favorite thing, and all of the coloring on the packaging is all of Belle's favorite coloring, and that's it's just been there for a while.
Healthy.
Bells is a religious user of sunscreen, which probably prompted this.
Yes,
like they're
this is from
they live in
before.
SoCal. They understand that you need to wear sunscreen if you are going out of the doors.
Doesn't matter what your complexion is; it's good for you.
Yeah,
it's
this
important. At
sunscreen
least on your face, do it. You need to do it.
Was made before.
Yep.
Everything was terrible.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when they fish it out of the glove compartment, they go, "Fuck! I forgot I made this."
Oh, this is perfect. Thank you.
course.
Listen, not to be the dumb bunny here, but I ain't seeing shit.
Well, maybe you and Ajapa will see a little bit more if you spread out. And Will releases Ijapa and says, "World's your oyster. Go have an adventure."
All right. Come on, Slowpoke. We're going to go look at stuff. Okay.
Be safe
Did I
out
rub
there,
it all
okay?
in?
There's just a little.
Is it?
There. That's.
Thank you.
Flynn had to stop at the Taco Bell to get his cinnamon twist and another soda.
Yeah. I was very angry, but of course I paid full price for Cinnamon Twist because those people, they don't get paid enough to be yelled at by pieces of shit like me. They barely make ends meet.
Yeah, no.
And it's not even my money. Money is a construct.
Construct
So the
you
corporate.
steal. But
And yeah, I'll take some too, I guess.
while you two continue to be incredibly uncomfortable, we have some subscriber unlocks, like Blue Lennet, who is a wonderful, beautiful person and gave me a reroll because I deserve nice things too sometimes. But some red shirt's also a beautiful person, and they survived their episode of Star Trek because they gave me a reroll. Stump-O-Matic, though, gives it to the table. Meh. You're stump.
How many rerolls are we at right now?
You are
Enough.
currently up to
11.
Yes.
There are only two numbers of rerolls: enough and not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Isn't this enough? You'll never be satisfied.
Enough, not enough. Fair enough. All right. So once Will has rubbed some sunscreen into their face pieces,
And the back of your neck. Never forget the back of your neck. And they're on their phone, just like, don't forget it. You always forget it. Okay.
Els, your phone starts to crackle a little.
No,
It's never done this before.
I will end him. He will. I do the service dance. Just like bars, 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 bars.
The more
bars.
you move it, the more the picture becomes unstable. And for a brief second, you see a face on your phone. You see several faces on your phone. They are gaunt and appear to be charred. And they vanish as fast as they appear.
I want someone who knows tech to help me with my phone.
And Flynn is right there eating cinnamon twist.
Mm-hmm. How hard was it for you to... You only use mundane hacking, right?
Typically.
Did you do that with this?
Oh, God, no. I had to go way deeper than that.
And that triggered the failsafes, but whoever this was, they couldn't have gotten through. They couldn't have out-hacked you, could they?
I don't know. I mean, I can check.
I mean, do you think there's someone better?
No,
Like, magically?
I think there's someone who... That's the problem with this magic. It's not about good, better, or worse. It's just whoever has the best written story. So it's kind of annoying like that. Skill has nothing to do with it. It's quite upsetting. As someone who's gotten to where he is completely on his own.
Of course.
He said sarcastically.
Those self-lifting bootstraps do always help.
Yeah. So your phone's acting weird. I'm going to look at my phone.
Your phone is acting relatively normal.
Okay. Theory. This place is not a normal place. Since it's an old, powerful place that killed a bunch of Spaniards. Something magic's going on. Your phone is also magic, and thus is a divining rod to the magic. That is my completely technical opinion.
Actually, good idea. I'm gonna open the camera app and use it as a sort of magical AR.
Great. As you do, you're surrounded. Not visibly, but on your camera. You guys are, all of you are surrounded by these terrible charred husks. Well, you feel something, but you don't see anything. It's a beautiful field. Eric, Flynn, it's nothing. Bells, they are everywhere.
Okay.
What's going on? Why do I feel like someone just walked over my grave?
A lot of someone's. We're definitely in the right place. Can you talk to them?
I
You
mean,
do that, right? Well,
well, yeah, I do. I can.
maybe you could tell them that we're all right and not to loom.
Okay.
They're looming.
There's a lot of
That
looming.
one's very much looming.
Oh, yeah. No, that one in particular, looming so hard.
All right, give me a moment.
Yeah.
I
Whatever you need.
would like to use my ask questions later ability.
Go for it.
All right, that's going to be a 12 because I have +1 awe now.
Very nice. So, what happens on a 12 plus? Or 10 plus, I'm sorry.
I may ask them 2 questions.
All right, ask away.
I want to reassure you that it is not our intention to hurt you. Is it your intention to hurt us?
Bells gets a text. It's from, almost looks like Pi itself texted you the numbers, but it says no.
We're here on behalf of the plague of the valley and the fire in the hills. I know that these are the reasons why you are the way you are now. And I can understand why you wouldn't feel compelled to help us on their behalf. But the plague of the valley was murdered. And we need to know why. Is there something here that could help us figure out why?
Our mission.
Thank you. I want to try that. I want to do that again because I have one more question I'd like to ask them.
Give me the roll.
I think I'm going to keep that since I rolled the doubles and I like the idea of failure on this. It's 5. I take one. I can take 1 harm to ask a question.
Are you gonna do that?
I am.
Okay.
Because I also get the thread from rolling the doubles. So you can see it's a mental strain. I think this is more of a mental damage thing than a physical damage. as they push past to ask them another question. Is there some way I can help you?
Suddenly, the three of you are surrounded by these corpses. They are, I'd call them ghosts, but they don't have that intangibility or that feeling of void that comes with the restless dead. One of them looks at you, Will. It wasn't a plague.
What? What killed you wasn't a plague?
It wasn't a plague.
Okay. Okay. Was it the fire?
Are you able to ask another question?
No, I could only do the one. So, like, they don't have to answer this.
Answer them. Now they do.
It wasn't the fire. The fire ended it. And it wasn't a plague.
We should get to the mission. We're going to find answers for you.
We're dead. We don't need them.
Buoyant.
Even the dead, no matter what they did, deserve to rest.
As the three of you leave these ghosts to their rest and head towards the mission, you feel that cold feeling of being watched. And that is where we are going to end New Pantheon for tonight. My name is Stephen Pope. You can find me online at Stephen J. Pope 22. That's STEVENJPOPE 22. I am on the Twitter mostly. You can hear me bitch and moan and tweet and sometimes talk about cats. I'm also on Instagram, allegedly. You can also find me on Games We Never Play, the Game Exploratory Podcast, episodes every Monday and every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find me on It's Always Sunny in the Shadows, the game that looks you dead in the eye and says, vampires kind of suck, don't they? I'm not proud of that one, and I'm not taking it back either. So, Mr. Reichert, where can they find you?
Why, they can find me most places at Mostly Eric, which is my my social media handle, as well as my my Twitch handle as well. And they can also catch me. Let me see if this is. Ha! That did work. Exclamation point Gen Con in the chat. This coming weekend is Gen Con, which means this Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can catch me on the Pirates of Salt Bay live show that we are doing with all the cast of that, and that should be fun. You can get your tickets. It's free. Gen Con's free. Tickets for the show are free. Everything about it is free. It's great. You can also check out that next week, New Pantheon will be live for the Gen Con show. It will be 2 hours earlier next week. It will be at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, tickets available at Gen Con's website. You don't need to buy a ticket to watch it, but it helps us if you could, because the tickets are free anyways, and it just does good things for us. So please, if you can, register for Gen Con and register for a ticket for our live shows.
I was going to plug that, but I am going to go ahead and say right now, next week is going to be a very interesting one-shot that I'm very excited about, so should be fun.
And that's where you can catch me.
Yes. Mixter Sandalev, where can they find you?
Naturally, I cannot be caught, but if you want to take a gander at the things that this goose is after, you can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaiKovsky, as well as on my personal Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Delevely, Delevely. Almost forgot how my name was spelled for a moment.
Yes.
I have my about page there, has my pretty much up-to-date schedule for what I am doing both on my personal streams as well as role-playing games throughout the Twitchernet.
Awesome. And the incomparable Aki, where can they find you?
Hi, everybody. I'm Aki. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mixed Genie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. And you can also find my full schedule and all of the streams that I do on my personal Twitch as well. That's twitch.tv/ShidareAki. That's SHIDAREAKI. And yeah, New Pantheon is going to be having a very, very special episode next Sunday for Gen Con as well. I believe that's going to be starting at 2 p.m. PST instead of our usual 4 p.m. PST. So catch us on Sunday at 2. And then on the Friday prior to that, you can catch Sam, well, maybe not Sam or me. Who knows? We have not yet officially announced the cast, but the Stream Punks are going to be doing a mashup of Clear Skies and Blood of the Void at 7 a.m. on Friday, which is a time that exists on a Friday, apparently. And then you can catch me over on Hunters Entertainment Twitch doing a roundtable with their creative team, hosted by Marquita McCarty. And then on the Saturday following that, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be playing a game of Altered Carbon with a really, really stellar cast, and Ash Minnick is going to be our storyteller. So I'm really excited for all of those fun events that are happening for Gen Con. Please come out and catch your boy.
That is awesome. All right. Yes. Remember, next week is Gen Con. We will be starting earlier. And if you want to buy tickets for our event, it does help us, like Eric said.
And they're free.
And it is completely free because we're all trying to be responsible. We're doing the stuff from home, and we're trying to bring you a con experience from your bedroom. What's better than a convention where you don't have to put on pants? I don't know. So,
point of order, I don't wear pants in conventions.
You really should. It's why we can't go back to Comic-Con.
I just have to point out that this is not Gen Con related. This is San Diego Comic-Con related. But I want to know why the convention floor can't be like that all the time, where you can literally just check out a map on the internet, click on the stall you want, buy the thing, and not ever step foot on the convention floor.
I don't know,
because they want the prestige of having people line up for it at a line at 3 a.m. so that they could get a ticket to maybe buy a toy that was sold out anyways. But hear me out.
Making the con floor accessible to people who maybe don't want to have to dodge seas of legs in order to buy stuff.
Yeah, but they want to.
Really, I love staring at butts for hours on end, especially butts that don't understand basic principles of traffic. It's a good time.
I'm just saying they could do both.
There's a sect of nerddom.
I personally would just love to have a convention where I wasn't like, please don't touch me, please don't touch me, please don't touch me, please don't touch me, and we're in a crowd, help.
Listen, you have to, there's a sect of nerddom that wants to buy overpriced chunks of vinyl plastic and sell them 5 weeks later for slightly more.
I'm just saying, por qué no los dos? We can have the overcrowded convention floor and an accessible one for people who don't want to deal with the overcrowded convention floor. Just
because we can't even get cell signal in the first place. So avoid all of those and enjoy our online convention.
Can you tell we've all been doing conventions on a semi-professional level for a couple years now and have opinions? I don't know if we're obvious about that yet. Regardless, once again, special thanks to Hero Forge and Start Playing Games for supporting Saving Throw, and we will see you next week at 2 o'clock for our Gen Con special. Until then, catch you later. Bye.